Hello, it's Marek. Welcome to MDrives and welcome to another video. And today it's an exciting one because I'm introducing you to my new car. And don't worry, it's not BMW's replacement. This is my new daily. So it's not a very sporty car. However, I still think it's a nice one. So here it is, my new Audi A5. I know what you think, it's not BMW, and I'm going to explain that in a moment, but for starters, just look at it. I think it's stunning, it looks beautiful, it has really nice color, the wheels look fantastic, and overall I always had a soft spot to A5s. Despite being 7 years old, this model still looks so fresh and so good, and despite having that sporty line, it's still so practical, and that was very important to me because this is the daily driver, my family car. So it needs to be ready to take 4 full-size adults plus a lot of luggage. But I think that's enough talking about how this car looks. Let's go for a drive and I tell you a bit more why I choose A5. So when we started looking for a new car, it had to tick a couple of boxes. The first one was comfortable seats. So as some of you might know, I have a lower back problems, and without proper support, I'm getting a backache. So the seat had to have lumbar support, and surprisingly, this actually was one of the most difficult boxes to tick on the list, because not that many cars have lumbar support in standard, and even if it's an option, it's not very popular one. So A5 had it as a standard. Every A5 in UK has a lumbar support, so that was a box ticked. I went actually to see a couple of cars before I bought this one. I went to see a couple of new shape 3 Series, and to be honest, I loved the interior of it. I had a good go in these cars before, so I went to see a couple of them, and unfortunately all of them were in pretty bad shape. From the outside they were absolutely thrashed. I think they were most of them were ex-fleet models, and they looked absolutely horrible. So my other choice was a BMW 5 Series. Again, I've seen 2 or 3 cars, estate ones. We really like the idea of the estate, and unfortunately, when I arrived to see one was absolutely gutted out. Someone broke into it at night. They stole the sat-nav, steering wheel, absolutely everything, cut the cables. Unlucky. Went to see another one, and the paint was absolutely terrible on it. It was actually resprayed, and it was resprayed badly. So unfortunately, I did not have any luck with 5 Series either. The car we really wanted to buy was a BMW X3. So again, I've seen a few and I actually quite like them, but to find one with the right spec was almost impossible, and when we found one, it was just over what we were prepared to pay. So I knew A5 really well because we had a couple of them on our company fleet, and I covered thousands of miles in A5s, and I really liked the car. I actually didn't want to buy A5 because it was so obvious choice to me. Because I knew this car so much, I thought I want something new, something different. And that's why I was aiming to get one of the BMWs, but we just struggled to find one which would tick all of the boxes. The only 3 Series within my budget which I found which had lumbar support had 10 owners. I don't know what was wrong with this one, but that obviously wasn't the one. So the 3 Series was pretty much off my choice list. The 5 Series, as I mentioned, I was really discouraged by seeing a couple of lemons. The X3 was really nice, I really liked it, but I couldn't find the right spec. And then I saw this one. It was listed by an Audi dealer, so it was manufacturer approved with warranty. It was almost perfect when it comes down to the spec. The price was right. We just couldn't say no to it, because almost everything with this car was right. I thought, you know what, this is the one. If we want to change it in the future, we will, but for now, this car will tick all of the boxes. So that's why I picked this car. Now, let me quickly go through the spec of this car. So, it's not a very high spec, but it's in quite unusual color, I would say. Not a very popular grey. It's not a typical Audi grey, the same we had on a Q2. This one is called Manhattan Grey, and it's actually really nice. It's quite dark, and it's much flatter than the other greys from Audi. It's an S-Line model, so as standard, it comes with S-Line Alcantara seats, 3-zone climate control. Other than that, it's pretty standard. The most expensive option this car have is the Bang & Olufsen sound system. So I believe it's 19 speakers and over 700 watts. Overall, the car is really comfortable. I've got heated seats, I've got fully electric seats, I've got memory seats. So if my wife drives this car, she can set her sitting position and then we can easily switch between it. So this car ticks pretty much all of those boxes, and because it's a 2017 car, it actually doesn't have any stupid electronic systems. It doesn't warn me of speed, it doesn't bing and bong at me, it just does the basics, you know, cruise control, etc. That's there, and I don't need anything more than that. Why diesel? Well, I tell you why. Because this is a mile cruncher. So this is the car I want to cover a long distances in comfort, in quiet. I don't really care how fast it is, how sporty it feels, but yes, in terms of engine, 190 PS, it's well enough. It's well enough for a family mile cruncher. And the most important bit is that on a motorway, this car at 70 miles per hour, it can deliver 60 miles to the gallon, which is fine, which is all I needed. Considering my previous car was 1.4 turbo, it was doing about 50 miles to the gallon. With taking into account that diesel is slightly more expensive, this one is still about the same or a bit cheaper to run than my previous car. And I do understand that these days diesels are rather on a decline. People don't buy them anymore because what they're saying about how harmful they are. This car actually has really low emissions. It has AdBlue. You can't really smell the diesel from the back of this car, and that I was worried about, but no problem with a smell. It's not Quattro. I didn't care about that. Here in UK, for this 1 or 2 days of snow, I don't think it's a big deal. It's an extra weight, which I don't really care about. And with these beautiful wheels, which again are quite unusual, I've never seen them on any other A5, to be honest. They were an option as well. So with these wheels and 255 tires, this car has plenty of grip. I did not have a situation where I was trying to accelerate and my car wouldn't move and it would just spin the wheels. No, there is plenty of traction in this car, so that's why I don't really care about Quattro. So please let me know, what do you think about this car? Have I made the right choice? Anyway, thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Please remember, give it a like, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you shortly in the next one. See you, goodbye, do widzenia.